This show contains profanity, advice you should never follow, humor that you might not enjoy. The names have been changed to protect the guilty. Do not try this at home.
Greetings, Yellow Blazers, Blue Blazers, Bill Bryson lovers, Bill Bryson haters, drinkers,
thinkers,
and dancers. We're on FaceTime, and we'll be right back. Okay, so, did you go to your prom in high school?
I went to 3 proms.
Holy shit. My wife went to one, I think, at a military high school or something. I don't know. Like it wasn't hers. Like, it was somebody else's prom. She went to that one, and I think maybe one other one, but I went to junior and senior prom. Did you go to 3 in 1 year?
Yeah.
Fucking A. Yeah, I took a girl to my prom from Chicago that I met in Spain, like you do. And yeah, and the whole time just made my ex-girlfriend just seethe. She couldn't understand why I was with her.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of that stuff.
That'll happen.
And then 10 years later at the reunion, I was pretty damn drunk at my reunion. And as I was walking through the crowd of people to try and get to my table, I kicked the ever-living shit out of my ex-girlfriend's chair by accident. And I was like, oh, sorry, turned around. She looked at me, I looked at her, I was like, well, nice seeing you.
Well, see you around.
Now, did you get drunk at any of your proms?
Not really. We had, I guess, the last prom that I went to, my parents were like the ones that were like, hey, all your friends can come over and they can all hang out here after prom. And I was like, that'll be great. So my friend Christy brought she walked into my parents' house with a big duffel bag, and as she was walking in, all you could hear was and my parents looked us up and down and were just sort of like, well, you're here, so let's see where this goes. And we basically, we drank wine coolers all night. I'm pretty sure it's physically impossible to get drunk off of wine coolers, but...
Well, the reason I'm asking about the prom stuff is because we're actually going to fulfill one of the things we talked about over a year ago when we kind of talked about goals for the show. And
it was a pie in the sky dream.
Oh, absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely. And we are happy to say that we are going to help host the first ever Appalachian Trail Thru-Hiker prom at Trail Days. Yeah, it's going to be Saturday the 17th, right in the thick of Trail Days. It'll be Saturday night from 9 to midnight. We will crown a king and queen, and we're going to give away some prizes for the best male and best female costume or get up. What do you think?
I like your use of the word get up.
Thank you. We should say that this is a different type of recording than we normally do. I am at work on my lunch break. Puss is at home sitting on her couch looking at me on FaceTime drinking a beer. And I am right next to a door where literally anyone could be standing at the door listening to every single thing I'm saying right now. And bring it all back on me later. I keep waiting for my boss to walk through. I have a computer, our mixing board, headphones, everything is all set up here. And I'm going to have a lot of explaining to do if somebody walks through. I'm on my break, so I can do it. But when I walked into work today, I had a huge backpack, and I was carrying a cardboard box full of our recording stuff. And this one guy just stopped and talked to me for a while, like a coworker. And I'm like, And I'm like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say I'm doing? And I decided that I was going to say I was doing my taxes. And that was it. I don't know what I was going to say. I was like, I got a lot of papers, like Big Lebowski. My papers, I got papers in the box.
I'm surprised that security didn't stop you. They probably are gonna walk into that room and you're gonna be all Mission Impossible style with a mixing board in front of you and little knobs and dials, and it's no, it's not what you think.
The blue wire.
Exactly.
All right, but back to the nature at hand. to quote Snoop Dogg. One of the things I would like for folks to do is to either tweet or call and let us know like the songs that get you dancing. And I just want to know what other people like dancing to. And yeah, I'm really excited.
It reminds me of I had to pick out wedding invitations this past week. And on the RSVP cards, my mom really wanted there to be a line that said, "I'll dance if you play." And I was like, nope, we're not doing that. That's a terrible idea. She was like, but it's adorable. And I was like, you hate dancing. I'm not a huge dancer. If I am dancing, I've had way too much to drink.
Exactly.
It's a bad idea.
And speaking of that, I guess I probably should say where the prom's going to be held, huh?
Yeah.
It's going to be held at the Damascus Brewery. It's just a little bit west of town. Like it's along the Virginia Creeper, so you can still walk there. We tried for a bunch of different places in town, and unfortunately they either had things that were already planned or they're not doing something this year. So we tried to go for in town, but man, it's not that. I mean, there's a pizza place right next door from what I understand, so you're going to be eating anyway, fuckers. So just come on down.
Thanks a lot, Mom.
So we actually had a phone call, which was nice. We actually had two. We got one from Gordon Biggerstaff. As they say on the trail show, if you can't go Biggerstaff, go home, or something like that.
Sounds like a fake name.
Oh, no, it's Bigger Staff. That's what they say. Go Bigger Staff. No, he's a British guy. They just have those wacky names, right?
I'm shocked with a name like Biggerstaff that it's a British guy.
Gordon Biggerstaff. And so he called. And I'm trying to meet up with him at some point in time. And then we had another phone call from a young lady named Amber. And here it is now. Play, motherfucker.
Hi, Puss and Puss. My name's Amber. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska.
Is that good?
I've been a bartender for the past 6 years, and I'm planning my Thru-Hike for 2014. I'm going to leave on April 1st. I'm pretty excited. I'm a skilled drinker. My questions are about drinking. Of course, I feel like you guys are the people to ask. I've listened to a few of your shows, and I feel we're pretty like-minded. I will be taking a flask. My booze of choice is Jameson. I was just wondering, how do I go about splitting bottles with people when I get to bigger towns, or should I just mail myself some Jameson? And I was also wondering if there's any cool bars in any of the towns that the trail passes through, or if there's any breweries or anything I should hit up. And I also want to know if there's any other bartenders out there that are sick of people and ready to go escape into the woods for 6 months. Again, my name's Amber, and if you guys could get back to me, that'd be awesome. My phone number is...
I feel the first thing I'm going to say is I have no idea about shipping stuff. I'm just going to defer to the U.S. Postal Service for that one. I'm thinking they don't like brown liquor in the mail.
I'm going to say that the USPS frowns pretty heavily on shipping liquor. On top of that, I would think it would eventually be expensive unless you used a flat rate box and plastic bottles. But even then, I feel like you're just better off finding towns with ABC stores and making do with it along the way.
I think back to Baltimore Jack's liquor bottles, which were, I think, Listerine bottles with a lot of tape wrapped around the middle of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, is like a flask. I'm like, are you carrying a metal flask? And you know me, I hate to talk about weight. But, like a plastic bottle? Like, something like that.
I mean, like Platypus used to make those, the wine carafes that were like, I'm sure something like that would work well. I know that one time I went on like a cruise or something, and I had a Platypus collapsible bag with a sport top on it.
Right.
And that worked fine for what I was doing. But, it's always nice to meet another skilled drinker, but I can't help but think, I've said this a couple times on the show, for as much as I enjoy, an entire $20 bottle of liquor or, good beer, I still think that, the whole time that I was on the trail, I was way more likely to crave a Coca-Cola than I was a beer or a mixed drink. So, I think, things can kind of change a little bit. That said, It's very sweet of you to be thinking ahead of, like, how do you share liquor? I think
Yeah.
that you just share liquor the way that most people share cigarettes or whatever else.
Needles.
Yeah, I mean, really anything like that. I know, especially in the beginning, I remember meeting people who would look at you like with desperation in their eyes and say, "Please God, tell me you have a cigarette." And I would just be like, "Sorry, man, I sure don't." And they would be like, "No, you gotta be kidding me." So, I'm sure that there were probably, I tend to look like a little girl, so I don't think that many people ask me for liquor because I probably look like an unlikely person to have like a stash of liquor on me at any given time.
Right.
But I also think that you could probably get a pretty decent reputation as somebody that had liquor on them. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing. You could maybe work that in your favor, but I think
A little bartering maybe or something.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like you clean my pots and you can have a drink.
I've told the story about getting into the NOC and having like horrible resupply options.
Yeah.
And one guy that I knew just bought a 24-pack of cans of, I think it was like Bud Light or something like that, and he filled his ultralight backpack up with it and carried that for 3 days and bartered every bit of food that he ate for 3 days until the next resupply. And he ate like a goddamn king because people wanted a beer so bad, even though it was warm and had been shaken up in his backpack all day. So anything's possible. If you can dream it, you can do it.
If you can dream it, you can drink it. Okay, so as far as places to go drinking on the trail, real quick for me, down south, I mean, obviously you do have the Nantahala Brewing Company in Bryson City. It's not at NOC. It's in Bryson City, which is like a 12, 13-mile drive or hitch. So that's one. Next door to
Of course, there's Outdoor 76.
Let's see. Then NOC would be your next place / Bryson City. There's like there's a place a lot of people go in Gatlinburg. I know there's like a pizza place that does like a huge pizza place that does like they make their own beer. I think about Trogs Brewing Company, which is in Pennsylvania. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, I mean, of course you got to drink at the Port Clinton Hotel. I mean, yeah. And
the Doyle.
And the Doyle, yes. And let's see.
I think once you get like north of Killington, your best bet is going to be whatever beer they serve at the diner and shut your face, because that's all there is.
Yeah, of course you've got, what is it right there? The Long Trail Inn, the Inn at Long Trail. They'll do a little fancy little clover leaf or an AT symbol in your Guinness.
That's true.
Dip my bowls in that. Sorry, it just popped in. No pun intended. Just thinking, hey, why not dip your bowls in a glass of beer? Let's see. We should also mention this is the first.
I bet that would make a fun design.
We should also mention this is the first time that I'm completely sober and you're drinking.
Yep, I'm a drinking. Sorry, I'm reading our newish reviews.
Oh yeah.
Have you read this one that was on February 21st?
No.
It's awesome.
Really?
Listen, podcasts about the Appalachian Trail aren't exactly common, and a lot of the ones that do exist are drier than a mouth breather's tonsils. Not so with the affable, informative, sometimes scandalous, and always entertaining conversations found on this podcast. Hosts Pox Holiday and Puss in Boots offer insight, not necessarily on how to hike the Appalachian Trail, though there's plenty of that, but through their stories and misadventure and hilarity, might help explain why so many hikers are drawn to Thru-Hike the AT. Their personalities only heighten my excitement for my own Thru-Hike this year, and I can only hope that I encounter a few fellow hikers' personalities comparable to theirs, as long as they don't saturate my gear with soup. I'm looking at you, Puss. Keep up the great work. I can't wait for the next podcast. That was a good one.
That's amazing. Actually, it spells my heart.
Yeah. Promise myself I wouldn't cry.
That's my boy.
That's my boy. Planning a 2014 AT through hike, and this pod helps
helps to feed my hunger for the trail. I really enjoy the candid discussions about pooping and sexting on the trail. If there is anything I want more, it is some poop and sex talk. Do I have a video for you?
Oh, ice in my tricep.
Oh.
Now, you had a dance party in a shelter one time, right? With like strobe lights.
Sure did. Sure did.
I don't think I had anything like that.
Well, I'm sorry for you and your missed out experiences. That's the beer talking.
That's the beer
Sorry.
talking. No.
It's the beer and a very bad week talking.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to get through it because I know you're tired, and I swear to God, I have had nothing to eat today, and I just, like, right before this, I went up to like some vending machines and was like, okay, crackers, it's fine. And I got a drink first, and then I had $1
Pack
bill.
of nabs.
I was literally going for a pack of nabs, and because that's what they had in there. It was that, or like you ever seen those grandma's cookies, like 2 to a package, and you're like, oh, that's 99% sugar, and the rest of it's just hell. Let's see.
Those are remarkable. They're like they're like 700 calories per cookie, and there's 2 of them in the bag. It's amazing. It's a whole day's worth of nutrition in a bag.
Helping us with the prom is past guest Valkyrie, a.k.a. Cindy Stew, the creator of the Pink Blaze movement of 2013. She's been doing all the phone calls and all that stuff. So it's kind of going to be a joint.
Nice.
It's gonna be a joint venture between us. She's going to have the pink blazing aspect of it, and we're going to have the just general hiker trash aspect of it. And yeah,
good deal.
Yeah, let's see. We're going to be set up in front of. Just like last year, we're going to be set up at Trail Days in front of Mojo's Trailside Cafe. Let's see, just like last time, Elaine actually asked us if we wanted to do it before I had a chance to contact her. That was awesome. So we're going to be doing that. We'll be set up there. We'll be selling T-shirts there. We'll be, let's see, what else? We'll still have our big blue pop-up tent right in front of, in between the Outfitter and Mojo's. And let's see. Oh, I think I told you, but next weekend I'm going to Atlanta to interview someone who is famous, we'll say. He might not be a household name, but he did have a show.
Ray Jardine.
Yes. This guy. Fuck. Let's see. This guy actually used to have a show on NBC, a sitcom. Bill Bryson. It's actually it's the odd couple. It's Bill Bryson and Ray Jardine. Stuck in Honduras in some random, I don't know, mansion, we'll say, built on the Go Light Empire.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going down to Atlanta. I'm going to interview someone who's famous, someone who travels for a living, and I'll tell you guys about it more after it's actually done, because I'm hoping it actually goes through. Let's see.
Rick Steves. Is it Rick Steves?
Well, Rick Steves is the baby of Bill Bryson and Ray Jardine. That's what they produced was Rick Steves. My dad loved Rick Steves, and I just could not stand that dude. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that guy's a fucktard.
Yeah,
I always got mad that he had his own show and got to like travel to awesome places for a living. What a waste!
And it does it. I think his son does it now too, or something. But Ray Jardine Jr. Let's see. What's the name?
Baby Ray.
Sweet Baby Ray.
The wee Baby Ray.
Sweet Baby Ray and their baby Stubbs. All named after shitty barbecue sauces.
Oh, you know what? I got an email from a guy that was like all excited because he was getting ready to hike the AT, and I said, "Oh, here's my email address. Send me an email and let me know what you got in your pack, and I'll let you know what I think of it." And he like hesitantly was like, "Okay." And so I got an email from him, and I was like, "All right. There's some good stuff on here, and there's some stuff that you may want to think about. I'd love to take a look at it in person and shake it down for you, but let me know when you're available." And he sent me back like
kind of a rude email that was just sort of like, I'm really happy with what I have. I don't really want you to look at it. And it was like, oh, all right, that's fine. Oh God, I wish I had the list in front of me. It's not a good list. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see here. I don't know if you have time, but I can bring it up real quick. He's bringing a dog with him, which I have some strong feelings about. But
you and Baltimore Jack. There's an awesome Baltimore Jack post today about a dog that was nipping at people, and I believe when I last looked, there were 23 comments underneath it, and only 2 of them were Jacks.
No. All right, let's see. He's got a folding hunter knife, a Leatherman multi-tool, a fishing kit, 2 lighters, 2 safety carabiners and 4 utility carabiners, a sheet of sandpaper.
Oh.
That's just in his toolkit. He's got an electronics kit, which includes an iPad and a keyboard, solar panels, headlamp with LED flashlight, separately. He's got all of his dog's stuff, and refused to believe me when I told him he was going to have to board his dog for the national parks. Let's see, what else? He's got like a full bottle of insect repellent. He's got the full, 3 different kinds of antibiotics to take in case of, every possible insect-borne illness. Let's see, what else? Some Vibram 5 fingers.
Yeah.
Along with the hiking boots. All that. Let's see. Long sleeve fleece, long sleeve t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, short sleeve t-shirt, short sleeve t-shirt, short sleeve t-shirt, shorts, cleaning glass for his gloves, or for his glasses, clear glasses, sunglasses, 2 cases for each.
So what you're saying is YOLO.
The list goes, well, I mean, you hike your own hike, dude. I hate to be a total dick about it, but it was sort of one of those things that it was like, I can help you with this. And he was like, I choose not to accept your reality and replace it with my own. So he is the person that when mountain crossings sees him coming, they just see dollar signs, because he would be the one that will replace everything in his bag for the better, faster, stronger version. And
be my Black
I wish
Kate
you
Moss tonight.
all the best.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of pictures of people at mountain crossings getting stuff. I know of at least 3 people that I follow either on Twitter or Facebook or something like that have already gotten off. Like, they made it to Neal's Gap and that was it. God, there was one guy. Did you see there was the oldest guy who was attempting to be the oldest veteran to hike? He was 84, and he literally made it 5 miles, slipped on some mud, and went straight down the side of this mountain and had to grab a tree at the last second at 84 years old. He had to he took his pack off and then just basically put it in front of him and just slowly pushed the pack uphill until he made it to the trail. He blew his emergency whistle and no one's around him, and he was actually hiking with the Wounded Warriors hike, doing the warrior hike thing, and so he had to get off. Unfortunately, he got pretty badly cut up and hurt, but he actually is doing a program.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, wherever he's from, I can't remember now. It's you can find the article somewhere, but wherever he's from, he's starting to train people that want to do it themselves and advising them and helping out. Since he can't do the hike, he just wants to help other people, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, let's see. One thing this weekend. This will be coming out on Friday morning. What I don't know what the hell day it is. What is it? April 27th?
Thursday.
27th or 20th? All I know is that today is the day that Taco Bell started making breakfast. I saw that.
It sure is.
Yeah. Let's see. Did your fiance go get breakfast this morning?
He didn't, actually, unless
he did. He did leave early for work and didn't say why. So I wonder if he. I'm gonna have to grill him about that when I get home.
I think they make tacos out of waffles.
The last time that that's true. That's what I heard. But since the last time that we recorded, I had my 5th trail anniversary.
Oh wow, very nice. What? How'd you celebrate? By doing something wedding related?
Macaroni and cheese with tuna.
Oh, that's
always.
right. That's right. I celebrated how I usually do
trail meal.
by forgetting. Until the next day, and was like, "Oh fuck, that's right. It was the next day."
Oh fuck!
Remember last year when we did this podcast?
Last night. God damn it!
Last year I completely fucking forgot, and it was like, oh, it was until the next episode that I was like, oh yeah, by the way, last time, yeah, we actually got together because that was my anniversary. What an asshole!
Oh yeah, there was a point. There was a point to that, and yeah, shit.
Is there a point to this podcast, Christ?
Not anymore. No.
There used to be, but just ran slap out of song.
Once upon a time, it was just 2 kids on a mission to bring the good word of the AT to the people, and now it's a drinking problem and a bad attitude.
And usually Kesha usually comes in there somewhere. Oh, by the way, just so you know, like I said, I have the first hour of the music. I have 1 hour. I don't know if it's gonna be the first one or not, but Kesha does make an appearance just for you.
Yes.
Yeah, she wakes up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, so why the fuck not? Do you have a better recommendation for a Kesha song than that one for dancing?
Die Young is my favorite Kesha song,
okay.
But it's not the best dancing song. But now that I know there's going to be Kesha, I'll bring Glitter.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, this is we've just kind of started with the prom thing. We got the place, we have the time, and so now it's just kind of like, all right, well, we'll figure this out as we go. People have been asking if we're gonna have a theme. I'm like, dude, I'm just fucking thankful we're gonna try and pull this thing off. Like, let's go for theme next year.
You didn't like your theme at your prom. Why would we have that? Everybody resented it when we were in junior high.
Yeah. At last. Or what's the other big prom song? Oh no. Anytime I think of themes for proms, all I can think of is Under the Sea from Back to the Future.
Yeah, I had 2 Enchantment Under the Sea proms.
Ugh. I don't even know.
2 of them.
I think we had I think our theme was like black and silver. Like it wasn't even like a thing. I don't know. I don't even fucking remember it. I mean, I had a good time.
It's not a theme. It's just tones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. And in a corner somewhere, we're gonna have a place set up where you can have your picture taken prom style.
Right on.
Yeah, like a little backdrop and maybe like a fake pillar or something.
Like we'll have a tie and a dress, kind of like when you get senior pictures taken, so you can just slide into it, or like when you have an old time photo taken.
Like you just slide your arms into the front of it. There's no back to it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
We'll table that. We'll put that on the list of. It's either that or like you step behind the things where you poke your head through.
Yeah, like that. We could do that.
The delayed middle finger was awesome. Let's see. Maybe we should wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. So
wrap it up. As
always, you can find us at Pox and Puss on Instagram, on Twitter, on what's it called? Pinterest, on I don't know what else. Oh, we're on Google Plus now. I don't know. I just kind of got the name. I think we have 1 follower. And let's see. So I just kind of did that just to kind of put to have a place marker for in case that Google winds up taking off. Let's see. You can find us at you can just go to poxandpuss.com. What's your stuff?
Twitter is at @pussandboots. Gmail is pussandbootsaT@gmail.com. We've got Etsy at Pox and Puss.
Oh, yeah.
And I just made a whole bunch of new t-shirts and bought some new shit that we're going to debut at Trail Days.
Ooh, nice.
And I think that's about it for me.
Yeah, you can just find me at Pox Holiday on Twitter, on Instagram. Our Instagram is starting to. There's a picture of you sporting the Dino Chase shirt on Instagram now. It was the first thing I put up in 28 weeks, I believe. So cool. So we'll keep you guys posted about everything else going on Trail Days wise, and
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. All right.
Good deal.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have you ever used FaceTime before?
Do what?